this is getting a tiny bit precarious. There have been some discussions about postponing the game because of COVID issues within Ohio State's program. I'm sure if you were anywhere near social media yesterday, you saw some of the conversation around that. So let us get to what is really going on by bringing in our college football reporter extraordinaire. There's Heather Dinich. Thank you for getting up with us. Heather, what do we know as of right now about the game Monday night?
Good morning, Greeny. CFP Executive Director Bill Hancock told me there have been no changes and the game is planned for January 11th as it always has been. Gene Smith, Ohio State's athletic director, said the same thing, as did Alabama's athletic director and SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey. So January 11th it is. I can tell you that a school spokesman at Ohio State told me that the Buckeyes are expected to land in Miami on Saturday at 6 p.m. They practiced on Tuesday. They continue their daily antigen testing. But as we know, COVID-19, it is a fluid situation. I reported last week the CFP's makeup date, should it need to be postponed, is January 18th.
All right, so that would be pushing it back a week should they need to do that again. As of right now, that is not the plan. What else do we need to know? I saw your reporting yesterday about specific protocols and things like that. I'm sure the fans are desperate to hear some of that. What can you tell us about the specific protocols that will ultimately determine whether the game is played Monday or not?
Greeny, before the season began, the CFP determined that, I'm going to look at my phone here because I got the document yesterday through a text, and it said an institution may postpone a game only if it has fewer than 53 roster players available to begin the game with the following minimum number of position players: 7 offensive linemen, 4 interior defensive linemen, and 1 quarterback. An institution may play with fewer than the threshold numbers of players if it elects to do so. So that is the CFP's threshold, which was instituted by the commissioners before the season.
So, really, like 18 minutes ago, we began this conversation talking about the Cleveland Browns and the idea that the NFL will not postpone the game for competitive reasons, only if it is deemed unsafe. And it feels like this is similar, right? I mean, Ohio State may wind up, we don't know, they may wind up playing this game significantly shorthanded, but that would not be what would determine whether it's played or not. Am I understanding that correctly?
Look, if the game is postponed, it's going to be postponed because Dr. Jim Borchers, their medical person who's been the point person for COVID-19, has said, look, we can't do this for one reason or another. But the threshold, as the CFP states it, was what I explained, and that obviously plays a role into it.
All right, so we'll wait and see. Again, this is not a first for Ohio State. They've had multiple games postponed over the course of the season. They have dealt with COVID issues a good deal. We thought maybe they had put that behind them as they worked their way through the Clemson game and the Big Ten championship game, which they had missed several of their important players to play, and now we will see again. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.